Creative Rebel, this video is meant for you if it found you, because there have been so many obstacles to me recording it, and one of them being I didn't even want to record anything. But it came through so strongly. Most likely right now, the frustration or the doubt or the fear or the lack you're feeling in your life, or certain areas of your life, or all of your life, is actually something chemically you might unconsciously be addicted to. So, stress hormones are highly addictive. Cortisol is more addictive than nicotine. And most likely you've been conditioned or programmed or, patterned to experience and feel levels of lack, fear, and doubt in the majority of your life. And this is beyond our cognitive awareness. This is embedded deep within our nervous system. And if you have any awareness of polyvagal theory or how different states of the nervous system, how the nervous system works, and if you're new to it, it doesn't matter, this will still be relevant. And this is your channel. Welcome, subscribe. If you are keen to expand, grow, heal, transform, and recalibrate your nervous system, not just to hold greater resiliency and flexibility, but expand to hold the full light, voltage, and blessings of all you're here to create and manifest in your artist life and your personal life. So our nervous system is always scanning for danger. There's some scientific primal initiative of our mind to look for threats. And this goes beyond our conscious awareness, right? Our nervous system is always scanning for some kind of a threat. But here's the thing, we're still looking out biologically or physiologically for a tiger or something like that while we're stuck in a boardroom or on a conference call, or actors know this in particular before an audition, right? Your whole system is activated. But at least with auditioning, you have a chance to expel that energy, right? Most often, we are having these very activated experiences in a closed system. And when we have this compounded level of stress, not only is it just so insanely overwhelming to our system, but it creates so much incoherence, so much dysregulation that parts of our bodies begin to break down, right? And parts of our minds too. You simply can't think clearly when you're dysregulated and incoherent. You can't. It's just total chaos. But here's the thing, because so much of our world, whether it's past programming, whether it's personal trauma, whether it's ancestral imprints, whether it's all that's going on the planet right now, you are being assaulted essentially from every angle. And if you don't have the capacity, means, awareness, power, or tools to get yourself back into a state of coherence, to get yourself back into a state of regulation, to get yourself back into a state of equilibrium and alignment, so not only can your body function properly, but it can begin to regenerate, right? Our heart rate variability increases, our mind works more clear. We get back into a parasympathetic state and everything can just move more freely, and that's our optimal state to manifest as well. But here's the thing, because we've been feeling these sensations, emotions, nervous system states, habitualized patterns for so long, we're chemically addicted to them. We are addicted to the shot of cortisol or the shot of adrenaline. I've spoken about this before. When I was, for 20 years, I had really severe insomnia. I wouldn't sleep. And I had these things that I would call adrenaline shots throughout the night, where I wouldn't fall asleep. The minute I was almost falling asleep, my body would pump adrenaline, like it was like a shock to my system. And I didn't know how to heal this, to decondition from this. I was trying medicine, I was trying talk therapy, nothing worked. Nothing could penetrate below the surface until I found Dream Awake EFT tapping. And I completely reconditioned my body to a new mind. But I had to create that blueprint, right? I had to say, I want this experience. I want to feel safe in my body. I want to sleep through the night. I want to feel safe falling asleep. I want to feel safe being asleep. All these things, right? I had to create that cognitive blueprint, but ultimately it was accessing that deep somatic subconscious nervous system healing, which is, again, with tapping, we're doing this all at once. Your thoughts just don't live in their own state. Your emotions and nervous system don't just live in their own state. It's all interlinked. And with tapping, we're able to do this all together. And there's also a Kabbalistic spiritual reason behind this. So anytime you're in a space of lack, fear, or doubt, you're innately in a reactive pattern. You're in a reactive behavior, and you're innately out of alignment with the light of the creator or the universe or the cosmos or your true nature, right? But we chose as souls to come into this playing field, this 3D dimension, this planet, to exercise the free will of the moment when we feel that urge to react, because it gives us energy, right? When you have that shot of adrenaline or cortisol, you have energy. You're like, I have energy. But it's energy that just leads to darkness. It collapses. It's not sustainable unless we give it another hit, right? It keeps feeding off each other, but then we realize we're not creating the reality we want on this vibration. Remember, you can't think greater than how you feel. So how you feel is extremely important. And this goes beyond the cognitive mind. This is all an unconscious automatic program. It's embedded in our autonomic nervous system, which we can access and recode and rewire with tapping. So the moment we feel the lack, the doubt, the fear, and maybe you feel this all day long, and maybe this is the first moment in time you're recognizing, oh shit, I've actually been living, like I had this moment a few years ago where I was like, oh my goodness, the majority of my human experience has been one rooted in lack. And not to say I'm not, like, I'm a very optimistic person. I'm a very, like, I want to dance in sunshine. I approach healing and transformation with this as well, right? We need the levity, we need the magic, but we also need the depth and the willingness to go to dark places and alchemize it back into our power, back into our light. But I really had to be honest with myself and say, oh my goodness. I mean, a core part of me was addicted to the lack because that's all I was used to. That's what the energy I grew up in. That was a lot of ancestral healing, poverty programming, the struggling artist, the suffering artist. I mean, this is like, I did so much deep deconditioning and reconditioning work, and it accelerated to such a degree with this method of tapping. But all this to say, just give yourself some grace right now. Like maybe this is the breakthrough, an aha moment your soul has been waiting for, which guided you to this video at this moment in time. Like, oh my goodness, yeah, the majority of what I feel or think is doubt or fear or lack or whatever it is, right? And we can't change something until we bring our awareness to it. So knowing that your soul brought you to this moment to scan, like to objectively, with neutrality and with love and compassion and empathy, to scan and be like, okay, yeah, wow, the majority of my time or my energy or my thoughts or my belief systems live in lack. Ooh, that's interesting. How can I reprogram this now? How can I create a new blueprint? How can I recondition my body to a new mind and therefore create a new identity and experience of perceived 3D reality? That it's in itself is the breakthrough. And then we begin to integrate these practices, right? To access those unconscious programs, to access our nervous system, to access those limiting belief systems, those competing belief systems that keep us locked in a timeline we don't necessarily want to be in, but there's a reason we're here. Like the universe doesn't make mistakes. It's not like, oh, this one thing, because it felt good, is spiritual, and this other thing that doesn't feel so good isn't spiritual. It's all a gift from the light of the creator. That's why in Kabbalah we always say, no matter what happens, what a gift. What a gift that in this moment I get to activate my God gene. What a gift in this moment, even though I see the illusion of darkness around me in the 3D world, I'm choosing to access the tree of life, get back on the vibration of the light of the creator, even though my body is screaming, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, this is so intense. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Oh my gosh, the unknown, right? I'm choosing to have complete certainty in the light of the creator. That's when we get to exercise our free will. This is the moment your soul came to the planet to experience. And again, through these practices, Kabbalistic practices, tapping practices, breathwork, Reiki, meditation, even just your cognitive awareness to be like, woo, let's reroute that. Let's reroute that. Let's move back into certainty. Certainty beyond logic, baby. But all this to say, I really want you to take stock of where you have been up until now. Because as I've been expressing in other videos, your nervous system's capacity to hold a lot of stability amidst external chaos is going to be key in these next years. And it's really important. It is maybe the most important thing you can be working on. And not only will it help you heal your body, transmute trauma into your treasure, it will help you manifest the life of your dreams, right? So I want you now, in this moment, and you can put a hand on your heart, to choose a new state of being you want to become addicted to, a new state of being you want to normalize, a new state of being you want to habitualize, because there's no, we can, again, teach our mind, body, and nervous systems to normalize feelings of abundance, to normalize feelings of safety, to normalize feelings of ease, to normalize feelings of overflow, to normalize feelings of having more than enough. And tapping can greatly accelerate this process. So, as I've said before, any tapping session on this channel will help you do just that. But I really want you to make note of yourself, and your subconscious might be giving it to you right now, or your soul might be sharing it with you right now, or the divine might be dropping it into your vortex right now. What is a core state of being, an elevated emotion that you want to habitualize, that you want to integrate on a cellular level inside of yourself, that you want to imprint these codes in your mind, body, and nervous system and have this vibration be reflected back out into reality? Type in the comments below, I'm ready to recondition my body, mind, and nervous system to, what is it? Bliss, ease, abundance, joy, overflow. And just like an actor prepares for a role, so too can we begin to rehearse these states. Repetition is the language of belief. You can't ever not have this process of repetition. You can't, miracles can happen in a second, of course, and we have to hold that awareness while also showing up in our full devotion, our full love, our full willingness to grow and meet the parts of ourselves we're afraid to look at. So this is very deep, bold, brave, and beautiful work. And if this video has found you, this means you're a creative rebel. This means you're a leader of the new artistic paradigm. This means you're going to be a light warrior in the coming years in this shift on the planet, and we need you. And the work you do now will not only benefit, enrich, and expand and amplify your own life and blessings and crazy, beautiful artistic dreams, but that of the entire collective. So let me know what resonates. Subscribe if you're new here. Give this video a thumbs up if this was exactly the medicine you needed to hear. And if you haven't yet grabbed our Living Motion Picture Quantum Meditation, I highly encourage you to do so. It is like a royal invitation for you to step into, activate, and embody your superstar timeline. So you get to recondition your body to a new mind, to your superstar blueprint, and encode those emotional patterns, those energetic imprints, wire and fire the new beliefs, the somatic felt sense experience of having it now, particularly on Oscars weekend. It feels all the more resonant, and so much love, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Mwah.